everyone, we're going to find the inflection points for f of x equals x to the power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 4. So the first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and differentiate and find our local extreme value. So we have f of x given here, and I'm going to differentiate it. So f prime of x is going to give you 4x cubed minus 12x squared. Now what we want to do is set this to 0. So we're going to get 4x squared, when you factor that out, x minus 3 equals 0. So basically, since we have this at 0, we have x equals 0 or x equals 3. So these are where our local extreme values are, or your critical values. Now let's go ahead and see where this occurs. F of 0, you just substitute in 0, you're just going to get 4, your y-intercept here. And f of 3 is going to equal 3 to the 4th power minus 4 times 3 cubed plus 4. And that's going to equal negative 23. All right, now let's go ahead and take the second derivative to get our inflection points. So we have f double prime of x, and we're gonna look at this. That's gonna give you 12x squared minus 24x. Let's factor out a 12x times x minus 2, and also set that to 0. And that's going to give you x equals 0 and x equals 2. So basically what we can say is that 0 our inflections will point at 0, 4, and at 2, if you substitute in 2, you're going to get, let's see, substitute 2 in, let's do that, 2 to the 4th, so we're doing f of 2, 2 to the 4th minus 4 times 2 cubed plus 4. That's going to give you negative 12. So that's your inflection points there. So I want you to do the second derivative. So let's look and see what we have. All right. So for your min and max value, if you recall, we had f of 0 equals 4. So this value would be, we have a maximum value at 4 of 4 when x is 0, and at 3 we have a minimum value at x equals 3, and that minimum value was negative 23. All right, our inflection points occurred at 0, 4 and at 2, negative 12. So I'm going to look different here. So this is at 0, 4. That means it's concave upward and then concave down. And this one is concave up and then concave down right here. And here is your minimum value at negative 23, and this is when x was 3. This is not going to be a maximum value. This is more of an inflection point here. This is a one-dimensional graph here. So this is your f of x. Let's just say y equals f of x in one dimension. In our two dimension, we have y equals f of x. All right. And since these two numbers were the same, this is our inflection point. It wouldn't be your maximum point if you look at the two-dimensional graph. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.